the thinking in defence?
An assignment was missed. A marking assignment wasn't done.
Right.
There was no, from our organisation, Fleming, we know, is their best header of the ball. And there was a player who I'm not here to throw players under the bus. I will always protect my players. I will deal with it in the week. There was a player we assigned that duty who marked the wrong player.
Okay.
Thank you.
Guys.
Is it a mindset thing? I know you said you don't want to talk about what's happened before, but
No, I don't want to talk. It's not fair for me to talk about. It was my job.
What you saw today.
Yeah. I think there are certain values that you need to have in your team. The best teams, the teams that win titles, which is where we want to get to, they win games 1-0 when they probably haven't had the best performance. That should have been at least a 1-0 today. Even with 10 men for 25 minutes, that should have been a 1-0 at the least. I know what we need to get there. It's not down to youth. It's down to assessing the players and assessing the ones you can rely on in the difficult moments.
Jack?
Liam, you've spoken a couple of times there about working out the players you can lean on or rely on. Have you got enough of those?
Yes.
You have?
Yeah, for sure.
And in terms of the sending off, you've said before you've never fined a player or anything like that. Do you think you'll need to change your approach?
No. No. Our discipline since I've come in, which is what, again, I will only speak on, it's been very good. It's been very good. That was an unfortunate red card for Wesley. Stepped in on a challenge. I felt there was something that could have been dealt with better before that happened by the referee and went unnoticed. But you're going to get red cards. There's too many. It's too many for sure. But in my time with the group, I think our disciplinary record has been very good up to now.
And on the mentality aspect, just when the corner was conceded, Andre put a tackle in to stop their attack and then celebrated that tackle conceding the corner. Is that the sort of thing you want to see?
Yeah, I do. I like players who enjoy defending, but the reality is we didn't do the next part well enough. I felt the only way Burnley were going to score in that moment was from a Ward-Prowse set play. I've tried to go as big as possible. Reece was stretching and I wanted to make sure I protected him. Pedro Neto was stretching, I needed to protect him. We had enough on the pitch to deal with that moment and we didn't, and it's cost us 2 more points.
Dom?
Liam, you just said in your broadcast interview that you feel like you're learning very quickly about your team.
And of course, Wesley Fofana sent off in that game, their 8th red card this season in all competitions. Liam Rossini was asked about that in the subsequent bits of the interview and said, well, it's only 1 red card since he's been in charge. But once that happened, it just felt like it changed the dynamic of the game. And it was interesting, wasn't it? Because watching Palmer come off, we saw plenty of times under Maresca where he was unhappy. We talked about the medical directions as well. Yep. Why? Listen, you often have to change things when a player gets sent off, but why was he the fall guy?
Yeah, because I think they went to a 4-4-1 and they had the 2 midfielders in the midfield, and then Enzo Fernandez had to do a job, and Neto. And I just think he got a kick 5 or 10 minutes earlier, which he was hobbling. But he was all right, and he wanted to stay on the pitch. And I was surprised. I feel like I've seen it before with Chelsea when they go down at Old Trafford earlier in the season, go down to 10 men, take Cole Palmer off, then took Neto off. I was surprised that Neto came off because you still need to get up the pitch, and Neto would take you up the pitch. And then towards the end, he made 2 changes as well and brought on 2 defenders. I always see that and I think, unless there's injuries, why are you making changes to the defensive line? Because he just said there, they have to be better defending set pieces, and they weren't good enough from set pieces. And in the end, Chelsea were probably lucky to come away with a point because Burnley had a great chance at the end to win it, but they'll be disappointed, Chelsea, because they dominated possession. And when you're on top, you've got to be ruthless, and they wasn't ruthless enough.
And also, it's the second home game running where they've not been able to kill off a team. They were 2-0 up against Leeds United. That finishes 2-2, 1-1 today. They're developing a little bit of a habit at home, aren't they? Why can't they kill games off?
That's the big question. They're creating chances. Credit Burnley, they defended well, but you've got to be clinical in that final third. I always feel, you saw it with Arsenal in midweek, 2-0. Need to go and get that third or that 4th goal without a shadow of a doubt. And they didn't today, and you have to give huge credit to Burnley. But I think the game flipped on its head with the 2 yellow cards from Fofana. It's a reckless tackle, the second one on James Ward-Prowse, and then Burnley got a big lift, and then Burnley thought we can get something in it, and then we can go and get the 3 points. So they'll be disappointed, Chelsea. I've seen good signs of them progressing, but as you said, they've got to learn how to see out games. It happened to Leeds, and now it's happened to Burnley.